Shalom. Hey, just give me a minute. You know, I had a technical difficulty. I had to reset the live, so just give me a second real quick. There we go. All right, it should be good now. All right, hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which rule well, and Great Millstone only. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, with total conduct, composure, and integrity. This is Brother Yakawal, as you see in the title of the video, the approaching New World Order. All right, the approaching New World Order. And what this is, what I'm talking about is the all of these polycrises that Esau is engineering, which Esau is the so-called white man. All right, and the Bible clearly clarifies and clearly shows you that he is the devil of the Bible that it's spoken about. All right, the one that's going throughout the world and through the nations and the people that stands upon the sea, which the sea represents you people, the inhabitants. All right, but he has control and he's got the governmental power to control you. All right, because he was given this power. Okay, he controls your mind. Everything he pushes out through the media, which is his main outlet to influence and promote deception, is through his media. Okay, but everything that you've been seeing that he's been pushing, we understand, the ones that have this understanding, the understanding and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man, we understand why Esau is doing all these engineered events, false flags, polycrises, plan, you know what, and that's what I kind of wanted to go into. All right, I wanted to go into these certain things that we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks. As you already know, they've been talking about the COVID coming back, but now they're calling it COVID 3.0 Salakia. All right, you have Fauci, Dr. Jaws. Okay, that's what his name means. You have Dr. Jaws reporting that all the Anvakad are going to need to be locked down this winter. All right, you have this guy that I don't know if he's still alive, but I think his name was like William J. Casey. He was the CIA director back in 1981, but he spoke about a disinformation program, basically where he was bragging about the fact that they have a disinformation program to where they're trying to get the masses and all people to believe in lies, and that's how they're going to know their disinformation plan worked. That ultimately everything that the U.S. citizen believes that is false is basically they believe it to be true. All right, and so these are things, these are the plans and the agenda of the evil devil, which is the so-called white man. All right, to deceive the world. All right, to have power over it, to control the people. All right, and we see these things working to a more constrained and more tight grip control in the world. You basically, you people. You have Agenda 2020. Okay, which this is I don't know if it's called like double speak, but there's a word behind these words, man. There's a scripture that says that all his words were lies. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Let me see if I can find this. Oh no. Like it was Alexander the Great. Oh no, Antiochus Epiphanes. It's in the Apocrypha. Let me see if I can get that. All right, Salakia, just bear with me. I have other precepts I want to bring out. But it says First Maccabees 1:30, because when I'm talking about with the Agenda 2020, you know, you read the report or the document that the details it entails, and it seems peaceable. All right, stabilization for the environment. create an equal balance through the world, give life to the land. But then they throw in some shit. They throw in a wrench. Give more equal rights to women. What does that have to do with environmental balance? All right? Economic growth. What does giving rights to the woman have to do with that at all? When Agenda 2020 is for world preservation. So you see it, you can see these trip ups of Esau, but we know that all these words within them were lies. All right. Now this is First Maccabees 1:30. It says, "And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit." And that goes back to Antiochus Epiphanes when he went into Jerusalem. All right, and he slaughtered a lot of our people. All right. But the way that Antiochus went about it, which I love making mention of Antiochus when it comes to today, because when you look up how Antiochus did his campaign throughout Egypt and to Israel, and then you see the wrath and the anger that he showed against our people, it's similar to what's going on now, man. And that's why Antiochus, man, is a very good precursor to what Esau is about to do in this time now. Okay, which if y'all don't know what precursor is, I'll get the Google definition for y'all. But basically, a precursor is like an example of hold on, is like a predicted past behavior for post behavior. But it says precursor is a person or thing that comes before another of the same kind. There you go, a predecessor. Antiochus was a predecessor and a let's see. I'll read it again. A person or thing that comes before another of the same kind. Antiochus was really an Edomite at its core. Okay, because when you look at Antiochus, man, Epiphanes, went throughout his campaign, Antiochus was not getting what he wanted. All right, he got what he wanted, but he also did not get what he really wanted. He wanted to make himself king of Egypt. All right, which at one point in time he did declare it, but that was through there's another word where basically he usurped his authority. That's very common with Esau, man. With Esau, he will usurp authority, which usurp means to govern off of your own self. So he made his own decisions to steal power, to take a position of power and a seat. All right, the same way that Esau did it today. We know that the scriptures say they have set up kings, but not by me. All right, they make themselves kings, but they're not kings. That's why Esau won't really call himself a king. He'll call himself a duke. All right. But, we know that today America was stolen through usurped authority. Esau took it upon himself, which he calls it manifest destiny. And he took this land. He took America. He took the children of Israel. He took the other heathens as well, man. He got the heathen under him right now, doing his bidding. All right. The power of the beast, right? The 7 heads and 10 horns. In this day and time, you got NATO and the EU working for Esau, and he's basically using all of them as vassals to help influence and spread his agenda, which is ultimately the world control, the new world order, which is coming through the RFID chip. And I'm going to get into that before I end this lesson today. But as you can see, these, let me go and get a couple of examples, because I had a few. The brother, and I won't steal the light. The brother Ruwaylah Yasha'Allah, which I highly suggest everybody subscribe to him, man. He's always bringing out crazy good stuff, man. It's let me see. His name fully is Rawai, R-A-W-I, La Yasha'Allah Yahawashai is coming back 144K. That's his name. And his brother's always posting hella information, man. But the last thing he posted was 19 hours ago, and I brought this guy out. William J. Casey of 1981, CIA director. And he said, we'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the U.S. public believes is false. And you got, like I was talking about, COVID 3.0. They're calling it 3.0. And even, what's his name? Sloppy Joe Biden, man. He just brought out a report yesterday or the day before that they'll have a whole new VACA ready by the end of September, I believe, somewhere in September. All right. But the masses, again, are believing these false things. All right. The deception that's from Esau so that he can push his plan to rule the earth, but he's using it through deceptive means. All right. So I got a precept I want to get real quick. This is, let me see. I just had the precept. I mean, oh, right here, Psalm 7:14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity and hath conceived mischief. And this is all that, everything, every damn word now that comes out of Esau's mouth on the news every single day, man, is a lie. All right. You had, you had Joe Biden, man, go up to Maui, last week. And when he was driving through the streets of Maui, there was people on the sides of the streets, and all of them were giving him the finger, because people are finding out that this man is about nothing but mischief. Esau has been framing mischief the whole time, man, to push forward the NWO, man. And we know what the main platform right now is that he's using to get one step next closer to bringing the MOTB out, which is the RFID chip, and that's the CBDC. And you've been having this war between crypto and CBDC because we're finding out that the government can't control and hack crypto. That's why it's called cryptocurrency. It's encoded. All right. So they're trying to buy out all the cryptocurrency and have everybody go to CBDC, because with the central bank, the government's controls central banks. So that gives the government full power to intervene, regulate, use social ties and regulations to limit or give access to, necessities in daily life. See, so so right there, you should ask, like, well, why does the government want to control this? Isn't there a system that can be used that can keep, like, basically they call it checks and balances? Isn't there a system that can be used to regulate this without the government? Why, first of all, why is the government including a social credit system? Why is this being based off of socialism or a social system? It makes no sense. Why are you bringing out panel meetings about the fact that that the government's going to have the control and power to dictate what you can and cannot do outside of what you've already been doing? They're saying if you spread disinformation, what they call disinformation, which is really the truth, you'll be cut off being able to get groceries or something. So all these things, man, that running our heads that we see that Esau is putting out, that mischief, right? Which you look up mischief. Hold on. Actually, I'll look at it through the blue letter. Okay, hold on. All right. Which the word mischief, it means a grievousness. Well, what is that grievousness? The ones that, what scripture do you think about when you hear the word grievousness? Isaiah the 10th chapter, which prescribed grievousness, all right, the unrighteous decrees. And that's what Esau is doing with everything. Because look with the COVID 3.0 right now. You got certain states, certain cities, certain outlets that are re-mandating the masks. But then you had the brother, again, Rawai La Yasha'Allah Yahweh Shai is coming back. 144K. He brought out a post that he posted 2 days ago where it says that the mask speaks. And it has these things that says, I live in fear. It basically, so when you remember, if you look up what masks were used for in the ancient times or the old times, it was to silence a slave. When you put on a mask, I'm thinking about Bane right now. When a mask was put over a slave, it was to shut them up. It was to quiet them, silence them. Basically, it gave off the impression that your opinion didn't matter. All right, you weren't going to be heard. All right, And so these are things, these are subliminal things that Esau is doing in this time with the masks, man. That he didn't Esau make it mandatory that the entire country had to wear masks? You had to have that 6 feet of social distance. The only time you could take your mask off was if you were eating at a restaurant, but you had to wear it to the table. You know. But did he lift these things up at all during the time that he mandated it? No. Because one thing I've always seen about Esau, man, when he's pushing to do something, man, he does it. He does it. That frameth law by mischief, man. He's signing. Everybody brought out with Joe Biden, man. Within the first day, the first week that he was in office, he signed 12 executive orders, and a lot of those executive orders, man, gave him a lot of power over you. All right. But regardless of what you people think or what you people want, Esau never turns from his decision. And because he's cunning, skillfully deceptive, he's able to put his agenda within these laws, and it gives him the power, and it gives him more freedom to do what he wants. This goes back, man, the laws that were being created in the 1660s when Esau came over from Europe, and he came over to America and started fighting against Reuben and Gad, Reuben and Gad, and Judah. He made laws that made him immune to any crimes that he committed. And that's essentially what is going on today, man. Esau makes himself guiltless from any law, any law that he signs, and it gives him express freedom. Look up what that means, man. Look at what express freedom is. It's basically forced freedom. To express, the word press is in it, but it's pressed freedom. And that's what Esau does in America, man. He presses his immunity and rights regardless of what you people think, man. And that's what really was shown when we had to wear the mask. And now he's starting to remandate it again. You got Fauci saying that all the Avocad are going to have to be locked down for the winter. We're going to have to get another jump shot. At the water, man, the water. But these things, these are counsels that Esau takes. Now they're very plain to us because we're in the knowing, we have the understanding. But to the world, man, it's winning them over. This is Psalms 94:20. The water. And Shalom, by the way. It says Psalms 94:20. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?" So which frameth mischief, which, like I read, the word mischief goes back to grievousness, iniquity, and sorrow, perverseness, travail, trouble. Esau is creating troubling times, man, and we know what it's going up to, man. We know what it's leading to. We know that eventually it's going to be, Esau wants to make it basically impossible for you to maneuver in society without submitting to him. And that's what's going to happen with this chip, because he's going to cut off the dollar, man. All right, he's going to cut out paper money, and he's going to make everything digital, and he's going to have everything under control at the click of a button. And if you don't have that chip, all right, you're going to be cut off from society. You're not going to be able to go into you're not going to be able to buy a Snickers bar, a Hershey bar, Chex Mix, a pack of gum, unless you have that chip. All right, and Esau knows this. He knows that there is a multitude of people in the world that are going to, deny the chip. Shit, even outside of the elect, you're going to have those that resist, but they ain't the elect. They ain't the chosen. You're going to have people. You're going to have Edomites resisting the chip. But eventually everybody's going to fold or just be killed from resisting. But you're not going to be able to do anything if you don't have the new form of currency, basically, which is what they're putting it as. We know that there's ulterior motives behind it. That's the thing, man. The poison beneath. What is that in Psalms? how do you spell poison, man? Actually, you know what? I'll just type adder. This is hold on. This is Psalms 58:4. It says, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth their ear. Look, wait, everything leading up to the RFID chip, man, is slowly killing off the population, so to speak. You know, they're gonna have the power grid shut down. All right, we know that. We know they're gonna take the internet down. All right, they're gonna cut off access to everything, and until you get that device, you're not gonna have access back to to society. Okay. The Esau is slowly but surely poisoning this earth, ultimately gearing it to where all, you know, like back in Rome, man. I was just talking to a brother about Rome a minute ago. That's why I'm using this example. You had that saying, all roads lead back to Rome. Esau's trying to make all roads lead back to him. All things kneel and bend the knee to him. All right. Yeah, I thought I spelled it the right way. Hold on. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:11. It says, let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing word. Yeah, the word policy, man, goes back, like I said, it goes back to the word cunning. All right, and the first time that the word cunning was ever used was with the so-called white man, which means to be skillfully deceptive, man. So everything that he signs, there ain't no damn law in America, man, that is intended to give you power or freedom, and without Esau being able to intervene. There's not one single law, man, that gives you, even the due process of law, man, it doesn't favor you. Okay. So especially Jake, there was something I remember. I got it. Hold on. Let me type it quick. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It's not letting me get an answer. Huh. They might have took it out. Hold on. There we go. So when you type up just the federal laws in America, it says that there is more than 30,000 statutes that have been enacted since 1789 in America. All right. It says, although there is no precise calculation of how many federal statutes exist, Chase says the most cited number is approximately 300,000 laws. And it literally says 300,000 ways to do time with a federal crime. So I wouldn't doubt, because a statute is what? Is a law. They have the statutes, ordinances, codes, violations, federal laws. You know, I don't know what else they got. I thought that's the only knowledge I got. I know they got more, but just with federal laws off of itself in America, man, there's more than 30,000. There's more than 30,000 laws. That's ridiculous. And every single one of them laws gives Esau the power. All right. And so, you know, with the, you know, so let me try to gear this back to what I'm talking about. With the things that we're seeing, all right, that are transpiring, we know why Esau is doing it. Okay, the deep counsel that he's seeking out. All right, the mission that he's framing is so that he can get ultimate world order, and he's really trying to get you people to be compliant. All right, he's trying to get y'all compliant and accepting, really to accept his image. That goes back to Revelation, the 13th chapter, that those that would not worship the image should be killed. The image, I don't know how other camps can't understand it. The image of the beast is talking about the system of Esau, essentially what he's about. Like when you look at a person, man, and you see how he moves, works, acts, and then you know his father, and you're like, damn, you're like a splitting image. You're just like your dad. Well, how are you just like him? Because you do things that are similar to him, man. Yeah, you are your father's son. That's what Esau wants from us. Really, Esau wants us to call him his daddy, or wants us to call him our daddy. Really, our God. But you get what I'm saying. But the image is talking about worshiping his freaky ass policies and what he's about. His weirdness. I can't remember anymore now, but during the Cuban Missile Crisis, Esau had a slogan, basically hypocrisy accepted in a modern world. And that's what we're in, right? We're in a modern world. And Esau wants to be able to go outside with shaved legs and a skirt with breast implants, lipstick, a dress on, you know, and be able to be a pansexual. I'll just put it like that. And people look at him and very nice. You look very handsome and wonderful today. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're very beautiful. You know, that's what Esau wants, man. Because Esau is really fucking weird. At the core, man, he's a weirdo. You know? But this is right here. The mask speaks. It says, there was many things that this brother posted, and it had all these influencers or ethnicities of people, and each one has a mask. And it says, the first one says, I live in fear. The next one says, I believe CNN. I will snitch on you. I believe in Agenda 21. Yeah, I think I said Agenda 2020. Agenda 21, my bad. It says, I want safety, not freedom. I want medical tyranny. My parents are hurting my immune system. I love Bill Gates. I do what I'm told. I want mandatory vacas. I enjoy virtue signaling. Hold on. Let these. But it says I enjoy virtue signaling. It's all Trump's fault, and they got it looks like an Eve, you know. But it says the new normal. So these are things that you're basically saying, man. Because think about it, man. At one point in time, with certain things that were considered, you know, mental disorders or crimes, or, you know, what was considered taboo in society, people used to look down on these certain things. But as time went on, while Esau was promoting wickedness and iniquity, now you got these same people that used to hate on and bash on, you know, these things. Now they're accepting. Now they're like, well, you shouldn't hate the gays. You know, they're people like us. You know, I put up this panel meeting where this ugly, fat, you know, bacon slice looking dude, it was clearly a man, and he's a fucking weirdo, and he had long hair, and he's like, I've had my friends tell me that I'm a woman. Like, if you were anything, you are a woman. And the defender, the guy who was in charge of the panel, was like, well, you're not gonna fool me, but I would talk to your friends because they're encouraging that behavior. See, what is that one where it says they encourage themselves in the evil matter? And brother, if you could post that one real quick. But over the process of time, Esau set up laws and, you know, policies and shit. What did he do with the whole, you know, last year, the year before, with the whole anti-Semitic thing? You know, he was signing laws to give the Khazars and these small hats freedom to be claimed, or to be acknowledged as the you wish. You know, he signed it into a law that these were offenses punishable with whatever, you know, I can't remember what he said, but some of them you could even be in prison for if you were hating. If you they would, you know, the hate crimes. You got white people hating on Jake every damn day and nothing's done about it. But as soon as a bitch ass fucking small hat starts bitching and crying, it's a crime, and now a bill and a law is signed to protect them. They signed all these laws and bills to protect the Mo's, the ABCs, the transmissions, you know, the water. You know, it's getting very freaky out here, man. It really is. You know, I wanted to do a lesson. Last night I was meditating on it, man. Maybe I still will, Lord willing. I wanted to do a lesson, man, about basically just like, this is all we know how to speak now, man. Like, it's getting crazy out here, man. It really is. It's getting really gross. You know, I, for one, I've never liked going out to the public. Even before this truth, I never liked going out to public. It's weird. You got really base behavior now being promoted in this time, man. You know, Elder Yashawama made that statement that before the fall of every empire, homosexuality was promoted. You know, and you got that going rampant in this time. And now these, you know, like it said in Ezekiel, that pride had blossomed. Now you got these people at their fullest pride, in their fullest arrogance, man. You know, and they're abusing these things, man. You know, you got the government is allowing these transmissions in Mo's to get away with fighting if they're being made fun of. But what if someone looks at me and calls me an engine? Well, I look Mexican to everybody. So what are they calling me, a spick? Does that give me the right to go and beat their ass? I should. But what happens if I do it? I end up in jail. But a fucking transmission in a dress, you know, being totally belligerent and tyrannical, and he's really the dominant aggressor, but he gets off scot-free. This world is backwards, man. It's fucking backwards. Like I said, it's getting very gross, man. And this is all from Esau. Okay, this has all been done by the so-called white man in this time. All right? So I'm going to read this, Psalm 64 and 5. Oh, I typed in 62. All right. Psalm 64 and 5, the water. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Like I said, you got now, like I said, you got these weirdos. All right. You know, they try to encourage you. You know, I spoke to an elder, you know, a few weeks back, man, and I think I talked about, well, I told the bros, but it was an elder. It was how much I know why not. You know who it is. You know the head of your camp. All right, but I spoke to him a few weeks back, man. We were talking about some stuff, and I had to wait for him to answer the call because he was, you know, like he was like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck, man? I was like, you all right? You know, Zaquan? And he's like, yeah, man, this Mo just honked his horn at me and blew me a kiss. You know, like, man, like these motherfuckers are getting brave with their shit, man. They're abusive, man. This world encourages to be wicked. How are you gonna do that shit, man? How is another man gonna blow a kiss or check out another man like he's a fucking woman, man? Man, this world needs to be destroyed, man. Pride had blossomed. This place, man, is going to fall so damn hard, man. Like, and what I still, like, you know, I'm blown about, like mind blown about, is like there's still more to come, and I hate that, man. Like, I know you know, Elder Uriah, man, just made a video yesterday. It said that the elect are worn out. The saints are worn out, but not down and out. You damn right, man. We are tired of having to wake up to this shit, man. It is exhausting. The vibration of wickedness does wear, man. It really does. I know. I can say that, man. Me personally, I can say that. I know what that shit feels like. I've been exhausted as hell, man. But because we're battling wickedness, man. Our spirits aren't meant to hold wickedness. We're Israelites, man. We're children of the light. All right. You know, we're children, you know, the earthen vessels that possess the enlightenment and knowledge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But in this time, man, it's a burden to wake up to this place. Yeah, we got to come out and we do, you know, we make these lessons, we reveal what's going on, but like that shit wears us down. The bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure the things that are honest. You know, it said that that the conversation among the wicked and ungodly vexed Lot's righteous soul from day to day. This shit grieves the fuck out of us, man. Don't think for a minute like we ain't, you know, if you can get comfortable in this time and you fall out because of shit like this, man, you are wicked. You know, you should easily be able to look at society and turn that and snarl your nose up and be like, what the fuck? You should easily be able to do that, because what they're promoting, what they're encouraging themselves in the evil matter is to commit iniquity. It's wrong, man. It's detestable. It's abominable. It's filthy. But Psalm 64:5 says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. It says they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And this, the communing of laying snares privily is privately. So, these crackers, man, are in their offices, in their quarters and chambers and shit, thinking of schemes and tricks and ways to catch up the masses, man. How do we lock them back down and control them again? Let me ask you this. Now, however it unfolds, that's how it's going to unfold. But you saw the friction caused by, test 1 with the COVID, right? You saw what happened. And you saw Esau's demeanor dropping a little bit. He said he was getting impatient, he was getting tired. What do you think? How do you think he's going to react this time? When the president, which wasn't Joe Biden wearing a mask too? That shows you he's a slave, man. He's a slave to the elite. All right. So to say that the president has power and, that's the one, pulling the strings. No, it ain't. All right. That's the elites are the ones that are controlling them. But, you just seen Joe Biden, man, come from, like I said, he came from Maui, and he was trying to give every resident that lost their home a $700 payment a month. Bro, Maui is one of the most expensive places to live. It's a tourist site. All right. And when you look at the import, export, how they got to get their resources, because Maui's out there, man, in the ocean. It ain't just connected to America, man. So they got to have their sources and resources sent to them. That makes the price of living costly. All right. But, he offended the fuck out of everybody. But you see how little this devil cares about the people. So just a question, how do you think Esau's going to act in this time with COVID 3.0? All right. I quoted, Fauci, right? He's saying that, he's going to have to lock everybody down, man. Yeah, right here. Fauci declares that all unvaccinated citizens must be locked down this winter. Okay. Let's see what else, man. They say that climate is everything. How the demic can lead us to be a better, greener world. And this was put on the Time magazine, all right? And it showed all the world, all the countries on fire with matchsticks. So you see what their aim is, man. Okay? Bill Gates was saying that 850 million people lack ID, all right, that proves their identity. So he says, as a result, they're shut out of a lot of services that could change their lives. He says, that's why I'm so excited about MOSIP, M-O-S-I-P. And I tried to look up to see if that was an allegory or an acronym or something. Still ain't really found nothing, but I know there's something in it. I mean, you can make up the word like simp, but it says, that's why I'm excited about MOSIP, an open source technology that could dismantle barriers worldwide. So it says digital IDs are an effective tool against poverty. How? If you're broke in society, you're going to be broke on a fucking digital tag, a digital device. How does that help poverty? See, the cunning words, man. All right, the snaring, peaceable, smooth words, but are swords. To catch up the prey, to destroy the fatherless and the widows. All right, to rob the poor. All right. Habakkuk 2:15 says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what the devil is doing, man. That's what Esau is doing to the earth. All right. I mean, we already know. What does it say in Jeremiah 50 or 51? It says that all the nations have drunk out of the cup of Babylon. They've all drunk that Babylon juice. All right. They've all been given that drink now today. But the main ones that we already know that's always been the main target is you Israelites. All right, you are the main target. Okay, you are the main target, man. The Esau wants to look upon your nakedness, see you destitute of knowledge and understanding, so that he can keep, ruling. But that's a good precept because it says, "Woe unto him," because we know that Esau in the end is going to be destroyed. It talks about before while he's filling his belly, the Lord shall rain down. How does it go? Rain down his wrath upon him, which that is talking about the thermonuclear missiles. We know that Esau, he's gonna get to that measurement. He will almost fill up his cup, but the Lord is gonna stop it. We know that. We know this, man. All right. That's why I said, "Woe unto him." Okay. So we have that faith. We watch this devil work, but we stay in the way of understanding. So that we don't get caught up with it. The brothers have been making videos, man. Hella brothers have been making videos that this devil, man, is going to use incentives to get you to take the chip. All right, to the elderly, man. That the $2,000 payment that you get every month for taking the MOTB. That's going to look very good for people, man. Shit, $2,000 a month. That actually, I think that's like a little less than like if you were to work a job for like $17 an hour, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even think about it right now. Salakia. But $1,400. Yeah, that's not really much. It's like $14, $15. But yeah, man. Like I said, the bros have been making videos that Esau is going to use ploys and tactics and seduction to allure you to take the MOTB, man. Stimulus packages, payments, shit, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he offered Jake a weapon. Get your free, pistol if you take the MOTB. Esau know how to win Jake easy, man. It ain't hard to win a Jake, man. Like I said, Jake has been broke for so damn long that $2,000 looks like a lot of money to a broke ass Jake, and he's gonna take it. Shit. What if the incentive is to give everybody $2,000 a month if they take it? You don't think these bums are gonna get up, man, and go take that shit, man? Like I said, these broke ass Jakes, man, they that shit's gonna look like fancy living to them. All right. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Hold on. 2 and 15. Okay. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man. Didn't you post this a minute ago? Hold on. Yeah, there you go. The water. The water, man. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. That's shit. I just had a brain fart. He transgressed by wine. That's we say it's like the philosophies and the doctrines and everything that was pushed on Jake. But man, you can you bring things to everything he's pushing basically to keep you ignorant of his matters. All right, I'm gonna use it like that. But this is generally talking about the philosophies that Esau pushed on the world, pushed on our people to accept, debate, to make us drunk. All right. But I'm gonna use it like I just said. But it says he is a proud man. That's why Esau, it's called revelation of method. He'll tell you what he's about to do. That's how proud he is. He'll tell you in your face what he's going to do. That's also the highest form of witchcraft. All right, the highest form of witchcraft is when you tell someone the truth in front of their face, and they still don't know or believe that you're telling them the truth. Which that goes back to William J. Casey and what he said in 1981, the disinformation program, right? I think I said something about it earlier, but yeah. William J. Casey, the CIA director, said, we'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the U.S. public believes is false. That's that high form of witchcraft. Okay? See, they're so proud, they'll tell you the truth. But they know that they've gotten this whole world drunk and you to where, you're not going to believe you're not going to believe the truth when it's brought to you. which we see that happening with our people. We're telling them, hey man, this guy out here, this white, pale, pasty figures that walk around the earth, man, they hate you. They hate your guts. You got these fucking ruckuses and these these like I said in Maccabees, that there were wicked men that went out from us. But you got wicked men, women, and children this time, man, that love their oppressor, man. What is that? Children? No, that's not the precept. I was thinking about a wrong precept, but yeah, man. So, I mean, this is all part of the wine too, man. You had something called Drapetomania. All right, look at what that is. Which basically, Drapetomania is, Esau's a son of a bitch, man. He'll make you think that you're bugged out for not loving oppression. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Brakatah. All right, Drapetomania basically was a diagnosed disorder, basically to slaves that wanted to be free or to be rid of oppression, was basically considered a mental disorder. That's what it is, man. Drapetomania. Let me look it up. Define Drapetomania. Drapetomania. There we go. It says Drapetomania, all right, which Samuel Adolphus Cartwright invented Drapetomania to describe the physiological disorder that caused a phenomenon of enslaved blacks to run away from bondage before the Civil War. It says he spent enormous energy to research, diagnose, and suggest corrective treatments to mitigate the deviant tendencies of blacks to escape. Bro, Esau is gonna fucking die, man. It says, what is the meaning of Drapetomania? The desire of slaves to run away. It says it was the desire of slaves to run away that was viewed as a mental illness. It said that they had an overwhelming urge to run away from home, a bad situation, responsibility, and they considered this a physiological disorder in us. For us to want to have, Esau, for us to want the Lord to deliver us, because we're in slavery, we basically suffer Drapetomania. So it's wrong for a slave to want to get away from his fucking slave master. Are you kidding me, man? See, man, the scriptures say that we are led as sheep to the slaughter, man, because Esau did a number on our people today, man. He really did a number. And he's still doing a number. You still got these weak-ass, wicked-ass niggas and bitches in our fucking nation that after everything you see, man, that the murder rate and the unjust punishments that are sentenced against our people, you still got Jake out there, both men and women, that will allocate and defend this fucking devil, man. That's wicked as hell, man. So like when I say that Esau did a number, he really did a number, man. Like that bitch Sheba in Django. When Leonardo told everybody to leave, but he said Sheba, she's like, I know you didn't mean me. Y'all want to live in this place, man, and that's what's about to be shown. A lot of our people, man, are going to submit and bow down, man. But we know that there's a punishment. All right, there's a punishment for trusting in the oppression of Babylon and the shadow of Egypt. All right. Oh man, look at that. Hey, that's the spirit, man. Hey, I didn't even see that. I was about to get another precept. Isaiah 32, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth. Call halal Yahweh Shem Nashai, man. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Call halal Yahweh Shem Nashai, man. That's funny as hell. All right, so let's go to, let me get these certain precepts. This is Isaiah 29 and 15. Actually, let me see about the whole verse above and below. Yeah, Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. That's Esau. And they say, who seeth us? Who knoweth us? And who knoweth us? You got Esau thinking that he's able to hide these counsels, man. And then when he brings them out to the public, that they're still hidden. That's the highest form of witchcraft, man. Hiding in plain sight. Again, that documentary, I think it was on Amazon Prime. It was called The Family Tree. I got to go back and watch that, man. But they would show that they were showing subliminal messaging throughout the entire country. You know, back when I used to live in San Angelo, man, there was a certain bridge that I used to have to drive under or go past, you know, at times. And it was basically an overpass, you know, for people to walk over the highway. And I remember I seen the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, you know, the pyramid and the eye of Horus. But I used to see that it was printed, or like what do you call it? It was concrete, but it was etched into that thing, like if someone had a big old stamp and bam, you know, like this. You know, I always saw owls, OWL. I hate saying the word owls. I would see a bunch of owl statues around the city. There was a lot of Masonic lodges. There's Masonic lodges over where I'm at now, man. There's a Mason lodge everywhere, you know. But this is wickedness and evil in plain sight, man. But people don't catch on to it, man. You can actually go to a Mason lodge and it's allowed. You're allowed to worship Satan. You know, you're allowed to conceive mischief, man. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, which we know the deep counsel is Esau, again, the New World Order. It says, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. And there's so much you could say about this, man. But what I'm talking about right now is basically you got Esau, again, he's trying to grab all control, and he don't think that this is wrong, the way that he's going about it as well. Yeah, I'm good. I'm at 5G again, so. But let me get this coined phrase real quick. Hold on. Let's see if it'll give it to me right there. Okay, it said, I was right. They said it was Abraham Lincoln. All right, it says, but Abraham Lincoln said, nearly all men can stand adversity. But if you want to test a man's character, give him power. And this is true. The Lord gave power, which the word give means to transfer to. So the Lord transferred his power to these other nations, particularly when I'm talking about Esau. He transferred power to him, and so that he could see how he would act with it. You know, before I came out here, man, I was watching Gods of Egypt, or Gods in Egypt with Gerald Butler. And you know, when I can't remember what dude's name, not Set, but the other guy, the good main character, flies up to go see Horus or whoever, Osiris or whatever, and he said to the kid, to the god, he's like, I don't agree with Set's way of ruling. But he says to the other god, but I'm uncertain of how you would rule as well. Or I'm uncertain that I would approve of how you rule as well. But basically, the reason why I'm bringing that out is just because you look at Esau, all right? The Lord has tried him over the generations, all right? And you see that every time that Esau ruled, he tried to go for the same thing, man, world control, world power. You know, Alexander the Great, it was said that he cried because he had nothing else to conquer. Because at that time, man, he had conquered the whole known world. And he cried. Who the fuck does that, man? Who cries that for not being able to, you know, engage in more blood in conquering, man? In order to conquer, you got to kill. You got to have war. And that was even reported with Alexander the Great, by the way. You know, he had a general to his side who had served with Alexander the Great's father. But this general basically had aged. So he'd seen war. He'd already seen enough of war. And he would try to advise Alexander, like, bro, chill, you got the world, man. Like, you know. But Alexander, he wanted that blood, man. He wanted to rule it all and rule more. It's the same way with Esau, man. If Esau could go out to the universe, he would do it. All right. The only thing he can stand is these telescopes and shit like that, man. I honestly, I don't know what to believe at times. I believe maybe he's caught images of nebulas and other galaxies and all that, like he shows, but I don't believe. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe certain things that he says. Well, I mean, because you look up the science about it, the science, he said he was able to gain the access point to see through the atmosphere of Jupiter, like half a year ago, man. That's a damn lie. But you see what this devil is trying to do. That's why he goes into the heavens. He thinks he's, and just to put this out there, man, every it's like 17, you're right. Can you let me know what I was talking about right there? Because I already forgot. 17 something. Salaka, man. Let me know what you're talking about, because I forgot what the number was about. But like I said, yeah, man, this devil, you see what he's doing, man. You see that he wants to do everything. He is the cancer of the universe. He'll spread, he'll call it colonizing, and he'll rob the environment of all the resources and kill the land, kill the people. That's why it says in Matthew 24, man, that except the days will be shortened, no flesh should be saved. If Esau was here, because every empire that Esau ruled, man, he had the same thought process, man. He thought he was going to rule forever. That's why it tells you in Malachi, man, that though Esau build, the Lord shall throw it down. If this devil is given leeway at all, man, he'll use it to build back up a wicked enterprise. And that's what he's done here. That's why he tried to crown his enterprise with the Crown Vicky. All right? The Crown Vicky 19. All right? Because you look up what it meant crown. So he was trying to crown his enterprise at that time. Apostle Ramla went into it. All right? But we know he ain't going to get it, man. But all these things that you're seeing right now with Fauci, these reports of intentional deception and all that, relocking down society, man. Hey, man, another phase is coming. All right, so we got to be careful. We got to be wise. We got to be circumspect, because the days are evil. All right, so that's just a word of warning to the wise, man. To those that have understanding, we already know. Keep your wits tight, man. Keep your grips. All right, keep your head on a swivel, because, hey, man, it's looking pretty bad. It's gonna look pretty bad, man. I mean, shit. They're already certain industries. They've already remandated the mask. Okay, so just get ready for another squeeze, basically. So, let me get one more precept, and I'm probably gonna end it because I've been going for a minute already. But this is Isaiah 47:10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness." Who? Esau. It says, "Thou hast said, none seeth me," but we've seen it. All right, we've been in the knowing this whole time. That's why we're not, the scripture said we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. That goes into his counsels as well, man. We know what your aim is for, man. It's for new world. It's for world control. It's for a new world order, which you've been working that great reset this whole time, but you're going to reincorporate a social system with it to control everything. All right, but you've trusted in that wickedness. You think you think you're going to cap off your business, your corporation, and you're going to have ultimate soul power. Well, it's not going to work like that, man. The Lord's going to step in. It says, "Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it had perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me." But like I said, the Lord accepted your challenge, man. That's another thing. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, they've accepted your challenge. You have said in your heart, I am, and none else beside me. So let the actual true I am, where there is none else beside him but Yahweh Shai, let him raise up to the battle, man. Let him accept your challenge. Like Thor said, at least give me a challenge. All right, challenge accepted, man. We're going to have our power man come back, and the scriptures talk about he's going to destroy beautifully. And it's going to be hilarious. The scriptures say that in 1 hour, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. It's going to take the Lord 1 hour. He could do it quicker. Honestly, he could. But he's going to take 60 minutes to fuck with you and then kill you. That's hilarious. And then you still got to deal with the war in the Middle East that's going to happen in the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which is Jehoshaphat, which is called the Valley of Judgment. The Valley, it even says decisions, the Valley of Decisions. So the Lord's going to be like, what's that word? Oh, I can't remember. There was a scene in the old ass movie. But anyways, yeah, man. So it said, hold on, let me continue. It said, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises, because what you're doing is very wicked, bro. Again, man, what Esau is doing, I made a video about this a long time ago. I said, plain and simple, what Esau did to us was wrong. This is wrong, man. All right? You were not given power to rule like this. Yes, you are created to be the waster that destroyed. But as the brother posted a minute ago, Isaiah 30, Isaiah, hold on, where is it? Isaiah 26:10. It says, let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. All right. It says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, it will not behold the majesty of the Lord. You were never, you heathen man. All right. And you know, the sons of the wicked, y'all were given a chance to show that maybe you could change. Could you? No. But doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. We know you're not going to, man. We know you can't. All right. It's not in you, man. Esau, it goes back to Job, man. It says that the bones are full of the sin of his youth. All right. So even if he does try, man, it's going to be unwilling, like it says in Sirach, the 14th chapter and the 7th verse. All right. So let me get this. So hold on. Isaiah 47:10.
Now, it's usually illegal to bring a baby into a bar, but in this state, there's actually a law where the kid can actually...
Y'all hear that? This man, he's weird. He was weird. I thought he was talking to himself, but he says there is a law where it is illegal to bring a baby in a bar. What the fuck? That's the conversation you're talking about today? Anyways, it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. I mean, the scriptures say that he that rolleth the stone, you know, it shall roll back upon him. He that diggeth the pit, he shall fall therein. He that layeth the snare, the same shall be taken by the foot. All right. It even tells you in Deuteronomy that their foot shall slide in due time. So we've been seeing the Esau's foot sliding this whole time. This whole time. All right. Things have gotten worse. This place is closing up shop, man. You know, like Apostle Rakas said, this place was an experiment. America was an experiment, and that's it. It says, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Okay, and let me get one more precept and then I'm done. Psalms, let me see, 62:3. It says, how long will you imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall you bend, and as a tottering fence. All right. So, you know, you're going to be forced to bow down when the Lord returns. All right. Because of the mischief that you imagine, because of the vanity that you thought. All right. You know, you actually try to conceive your lust, like the scriptures talk about, you know, with us refraining from lust. You actually try to conceive it, man. That goes back to you being a serpent and you going upon your own belly. That was you going upon your own desires and your desires to control the world. All right. But it says, ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall you be, and as a tottering fence. It says, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. And this is all what it's about, man. Esau, all right, you know, his only motive, like going back to that precept where it said that they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Shit, Psalms or Proverbs 4. They sleep not except they have done mischief. This is all the doings of the so-called white man. But their true delight is in lies. They love to curse. All right. They love to cause people to fall. All right. But we're going to be the elect. We're going to be delivered from this turmoil, man. We're going to be delivered from the hand of the bloody man. All right. So it said, hey, I'll read these and I'll end it. Psalms 73:18. Surely thou didst set them in a slippery place. Thou castest them down into destruction. Because all the works that you've been putting out since you've been on this earth, man, you didn't, what was that? What did that say in Jeremiah, the 49th chapter? Thou did not consider, you know, actually, let me see if I can find, I don't think it was Jeremiah. Not to consider. Let me try this. Ah, man. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, never mind. It was back in Isaiah 47:7. It says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Neither didst remember the latter end of it." So that's the mentality of Esau. All right, you didn't consider that, you were going to actually pay for everything that you were doing. All right, your pride got the best of you. All right, that's the slippery place. All right. It says, Psalm 73:19, "How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors." And that's what's coming to the so-called white man. All right. You did not consider the latter end, man. You ran and you ran and you ran, and you were acting out what you were titled as, a vagabond and a fugitive, man. But judgment's coming, man, and judgment has caught up. All right. The writing is on the wall, man. Your kingdom has been measured, and there's a lot of debt that has to be paid. It's going to require your life. And that's the only payment that the Lord is going to accept. Death, and then you're going to come as a slave in the kingdom. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which rule well. Peace and much love, honors and blessings to the house of faith, that the ones that truly believe, which are the elect. All right, the ones that are sincere according to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and do strive. All right, but with that, Yahweh Bashem Shai Brakatham, Kwame Shalom, Shalom.